Welcome back to the channel of divine channels. For you, for the divine, from the divine. Let's see what's going on. Eye of Horus, awakening, divine perception. Let's read it. Page 58. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection, so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine blessings. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. The oracle of the Eye of Horus is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you have been wondering about your divine path, about whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, then this oracle is a confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again, taking a turn on a higher twist of the spiritual perception, on the spiral of perception. These are the gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion, and they all flow in truth from the fountain of the heart. You can expect these gifts to grow, and as a result to see with even more detachment, accuracy, and clear knowing. It is important that you trust this inner sight and come from your heart. This will ensure that your sight is accurate and helpful. Inner sight will never judge or harm another, but it will certainly help you discern the underlying wisdom, the underlying truth of divine situations and relationships, so that you can make wise decisions. This oracle is a confirmation that you have spiritual gifts of healing and perception that can serve you, that can serve your own life path and that of others when you use them from love. Yeah. Some guy just walked over here, then turned around. Okay, so your perception is expanding. You are seeing the things from your perspective. You're not seeing things from a fixed perspective or a perspective that would be convenient for a specific situation. You are seeing things from an all-knowing perspective. There's no attachment to your perspective. And if there is, then you release it. If you do feel attachment, you feel why. You feel why you're attached to this. You observe it. And if it stays attached to you, then you'll further observe it, because you know that your truth, your ultimate truth, is that you are this all-knowing higher perspective. Nine of Wands. Okay. Ten of Cups. King of Wands. Knight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Okay. So you have a higher awareness of what you are attached to. You're not necessarily against attachment, but you are grounded in detachment. And you have found what you prefer to be attached to consciously as a choice because you have mastered detachment. You wouldn't have been able to experience and feel the love that you love, the feelings that you feel, unless God put you through detachment. So God, in many different ways, put you through detachment. And each time, well, it seems like it happened all at once. It seems like it was a domino effect of having to detach from everything. And once you got to that point, once you understood that feeling, it started off empty, right? It started off confusing. You had lots of questions. But then that state of detachment became your home. Then that state of detachment is where you found God. The state of detachment, the state of silence, the state of stillness, of meditation. That is where you hear the divine whispers. So you followed it, and it led you right to God. A lot of you, it led you right to Jesus. But it definitely led you to trusted and trusting spirit guides, sources, energies that you could put a face on. And for most of you, this is the Most High God. So you became home when you communicate with God. And when you communicate with God, you are not separate from God. You have risen to the vibration of God, meaning that you are embodying God. You are in communion with God. And God has given you visions. This is for a specific group of you. God has given you visions, feelings of your destiny, of your truth, of your love, of your past lives, of what your heart is actually feeling, what your heart is actually desiring. Could have given you visions of your children, of your family, your future family. And what this was is revealing what you've always known. You've always known about these visions. You've always known about these feelings. But it revealed to the surface that this is the core reason why you're here. Like, you've felt this since you gained consciousness, and you still feel it. And in the past, before getting into this mastery of detachment, before getting into this communion with God, you could have been defensive. You could have been defensive because of the energy you felt around you, of having this snatched from you. So you could have embodied an energy of fast movement, of needing to prove yourself, of needing to show the world who you are. Because you didn't want to risk losing this. And that was never necessary. It really wasn't. None of it was. But God is saying it's going to help you in mysterious ways. The fact that you went through that, the fact that you created this art in that state, it is going to help you in mysterious ways. And you actually did what you were trying to do. You did show the world who you are. So no one's saying, wow, why would you do that? God and your spirit guides are commending you for that. That you showed the world the contrast. You showed the world the pain. You showed the world your truth at the time, which made coming into this state, coming into this God consciousness, coming into detachment that much sweeter, because you felt the other side to its fullest. You experienced it to its fullest. You got what you needed from it. And now that you're here, now that you don't need to be in this lower, competitive, insecure energy, and you're blessed to be in this God state, God is telling you that there's no more need for that. There's no more need to prove yourself. There's no need to work hard. There's no need to feel insecure about your mission, feel insecure about your destiny, because this destiny is yours. You've risen above all of it, and your frequency can't be missed. And the beautiful thing about this is there are so many ways you could have took, so many paths you could have taken, so many learning experiences you could have had if you hadn't gone straight to God. That would have always led you right back here, right back to this state. But you didn't do it. And what you did during this time was understand who you are and understand that you are in this Knight of Pentacles energy. You are fine on your own. You are just fine. You prefer to be alone, growing your garden, growing as an artist, creating, nurturing yourself, living your life, living your fantasy. You'd rather do that than be in a love that's not yours, be in a love that will not produce your children. So, this is the ultimate gift where God is saying, if there's anything that isn't the mother of your children, the father of your children, that if there is any love situation that isn't that, you don't need to waste your time. You don't need to. You could do what you prefer. You can do what you want. You could do you. You are in this King of Wands position, in charge of your life, the lion, the lioness, who also has the ability to shapeshift into anything, into anything, with ease. The boat, La Chalupa, El Malón. 48 and 11. Yeah, you're taking a very mysterious but fruitful path. A path that is legend. You're taking a path that is of legend. It's the divine path. We've seen many people do it. We've seen many legendary figures do this, do the path that you're taking. But it's all of them have been different. This is a path that people will want to bite into. People will view this as their dream path as well. So there's no need to look around. Embrace this fruitful journey. And soak up all the taste. Enjoy it. And that's that. I love you. God bless you.